For her, I had my little praying ground out in the
Amen.
house, praying, praying for her. Finally, God, it's a long story. Doris started on kind of writing it up, but she knocked off on it because I guess she heard me tell mine so much. But she don't mind. And when I saw him the first time, I said, Lord, you told me you show him to me. He showed our head right together. He hadn't said nothing about no marriage, but I know I'm going to get him because Lord showed our head right together. Our head right together.
Wow.
And so
You didn't tell him about the teacher that you had.
Oh, God,
After you praying ground, after you prayed, why you
I done told the Sweet Rock so much that they know my story. I done told her so much when I'm going on off the scene, they know the story. But how I got up to this part of the country.
So let's step back though before you got married for a few minutes. Step back before you got married. Let's talk about the initial experience. I know we asked Mama the same thing. The initial experience of the Holy Ghost. When
Sister Zora, my oldest sister Heath, she brought a lady from Newark, New Jersey, and started a revival in our house.
Now you used to have a little significant part about that story when I was growing up. About the song book that you picked up.
Oh yeah, when they first got there. When they first got there, I was looking through the luggage and I picked up a songbook. The songbook said, "It's time to live holy. Just where to get it up, make it up in your mind. It's time to live holy and quit sinning all the time." I laid that book down.
Wow.
I laid it down. But that was the Lord talking to me right at the end. It's time to live holy. Just where to make it up in your mind. It's time to live holy and quit sinning all the time. Tell the devil, I quit you. Ways you cannot. I'm somebody I might be getting. I cannot be saved. But anyway, that was the time. My little sister pushed her up to go get saved. And God started working through that child. And I was sitting up in a chair. And she began to talk about how you're going to be running, looking for a hiding place. How you're going to be running to the rock, looking for a hiding place. And I know that I didn't want to do that. I fell out in the floor. Didn't nobody have to tell me call on Jesus, but I fell out in the floor calling on the name of the Lord.
Yes, Lord.
I called him until he come in.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me about what was happening, I didn't know, because I was out on the floor. I didn't know what happened. and four sisters got saved the same night.
Yes, Lord.
Got saved the same night.
Yes, God.
And what was the name of the church that came out of your mother's house?
Church of the Living God, to put a ground in truth. Church of the Living God, to put a ground in truth.
And there was no holiness.
They changed the Church of Firstborn.
Okay. And at that time, there was no holiness church in that area.
Down, I go
Oh,
down.
wow.
Everybody went to Poplar Springs or either St. Paul, right?
Yeah, Friendship.
Okay.
Friendship from St. Paul, three Baptist Methodist church.
So there was no
Wow.
holiness church. So the holiness church
Birth.
was in that area, was birthed out of their home.
Wow. My God.
Yeah, there was some kind of time. I've been many years ago. It done growed up there down there. That been 70 years ago. 70 years ago. A long time. Over 7 now. In September, it was 7 in September. Now this is
It's gonna be 7.
a
Wow.
long time.
And for the young people, as I was telling Mama, you and Uncle Jewel, what words of wisdom you have for them? How, if the Lord, we all know we got to put the Lord first in everything that we say and do. But in some of the experiences that y'all had in life, what words would you give the young people today? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, one of the things I believe the scripture let us know about children obey their parents and the way it seems that they give them a long life. Change of having a long life to be obedient to their parents, and I would say to them, as they grow up, have a mind to seek the Lord, because if you don't seek the Lord, a lot of times trouble can get in your mind and cause you to do things, different things, that you don't need to do, and a lot of the time you have to spend your time in prison and such as that. And it's good to have a mind to obey your parents, and I feel like your parents should teach them how to present themselves, to the public and all of that. And they should obey the parents, because the parents is older than they is. The parents has went through different things and have experience of different things, and they able to tell the younger one about the life that they should live growing up. And that's what I would think. That it's good to have a mind to seek the Lord while you're young, and that will keep you out of trouble and keep you with a spiritual mind, and you can be blessed.
Now, Uncle Jules, let me ask you a question, because I know I don't think I've ever asked this. How old were you when you got the Holy Ghost?
Well, I was about, well, it was before I got married. It was married in '49. I think I received around about 50, in the 50s, something like that. And I had them grow up. And I had experienced my home. My mama left here, went to Spartanburg, South Carolina when I was just a baby. And we went out there and stayed about 12 years. And then we come back to the old there, what's called Sweet Rock. Mm-hmm. And we spent, my mother, she passed, I believe in 38, I believe it was 38, 39, somewhere along there. And so after she passed, I come back. I went to live in back over there in Sweet Rock over there. My grandpa and my step-grandmother over there. And said I growed up about 20, I guess I was about 20-something. I went to Sioux City Highway. Stayed there up there, and I worked at the packing house up there in Sioux City. Armour's packing house, and stayed up there, I guess, around about, I would say about 2 years. And then I come back, I had some aunties up there, and that's the reason I was up there. And I come back, left them up there, and come back over to Sweet Rock, and spent a lot of time over there in Sweet Rock, and I went out. My grandmother stayed out at what's called Cobbtown, back out in Anniston. Back there. I stayed with her until I got married. After I got up there, I was 26 years old when I got married.
Now I remember you saying in one of the anniversaries, after you got married, your grandma gave you some words of advice. What were them words?
Oh, I have to pick like picking through seeds going to get nothing like that.
Wow.
I heard tell no art, put no abs, I never heard tell no name like this up here.
And my auntie, after that, we stayed up there in Anniston, and I had an auntie. She was from where was she from? Buffalo, New York, and she come back down here and visit, I think. And her advice to us was told us not to stop coding.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So we've been pretty close.
That's a blessing.
Wow.
70 years,
Yes.
My husband been stayed together 70 years, Must have been pretty good.
Yes, it was.
70
You know.
years, that's a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was 23 years old. 23?
Wow.
Now 93?
I was 26.
Ooh,
Glory.
oh, that's a long time. Had 6 children going to school at one time.
Wow.
6 children in school at one time.
Wow.
But we made it. We made
Yeah,
it.
we
Man.
made it. All of it wasn't good, but
We made it.
we made it through up until now.
Now-
Still have a mind to keep going.
Now, for Angela's mother, give her a fond memory that you remember of your sister, Laura Bell.
We-
Laura Bell. Do you have any fond memories or something that you could say
About Lord man.
about her grandmother?
Oh, that was her grandmother. Larville was her grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
It made man. Sherry. We worked together in the field a lot, Lord Bell. But Lord Bell married. I think she was 14. She married young.
Oh,
She married. She had a big family. Seven. Okay, when she died, she had 7. She had 7 children. And she said the doctor told her that when she had Gloria, if she have another, he won't operate on her. If she have another, she's gonna die. And she waited. What I believe it was 3 years.
3.
3 years.
I think so.
And then she did. She died. She was afraid to have operation. She was afraid to go through it.
Mm.
She was quiet. Laura was quiet. She didn't talk much. She was quiet.
Now, Avia said that you put her in the mind of Aunt Laura Bell because of you said just what you just said about her being quiet. Avia said the same thing. She said you put her in the mind of Aunt Laura Bell because you're quiet and say to yourself, when you speak, you know. You mean what you said. But most of the time, that's all I've ever known Aunt Mozell is just to be a very sweet. Now, when she says something, you better listen.
Yeah.
Because there's something behind it. I try my best to pay attention.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all,
Get them nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Now, y'all get in there. Advice over to your mom.
Oh, yeah. We got
Y'all
Child,
got to
yes,
get rid of
Lord.
it.
Now, Uncle Drew, this is something I wanted to ask you. How, as far as like segregation, I think, and Moses, I don't believe. Did you work or anything while you was married? In your younger years, did you work or do anything?
When?
Huh?
What when?
I said, when your younger years, have you worked? Now I ain't talking about it after you got married.
Oh yeah, I worked before I married.
I said after you got married.
I didn't have time to work.
No, I'm just saying that's all I'm saying like. So let me.
I had a job at home.
But so Uncle Drew, being that you was the sole breadwinner in the area and having to deal with some of the struggles as far as segregation and stuff as far as segregation and things of that nature, could you give us some of your experiences that you had to experience?
Like, did that hinder your job?
Job.
Well, actually, I know that, it discriminated, but I made it through with the jobs and things pretty good. I don't remember hardly having no trouble out of, like the white or nothing like that. In my job, I worked at the pipe shop, up, the Roots and Pipe Shop.
The one that was U.S. Pipe before it closed down?
They might have did turn it into U.S. Pipe.
Is it T and them work there? Did T. Birdsong them work there at B?
I think he worked at King.
Oh, okay.
I think T. Birdsong. I think he worked at King. I worked at Ruderson. Well, I went there, I believe, about 46 when I come back from
Sioux City.
Yeah, Sioux City. I got a chance to go to work there, and I worked there, and then I worked about 12 years there,
Put that volume down.
and after I got quit at Roots and I went down here to PLC and worked a little bit down there, and then they had a little wood yard out west out there where they cut up slabs and stuff like that off of pine where you strip pine trees and kind of. I worked out there for a while, and
Now, how long was you at Georgia Pacific?
Huh?
How long was you at Georgia Pacific?
No, it wasn't Georgia Pacific.
At the time?
At
that particular time?
I worked at that little small business there, and I think they sold out to Kim and Clark, and then I went from there. I got with Kim and Clark, and
Were you tired?
they had a wood yard down here at Easter Bogey down there, and so I worked there I finished up my work about 28 years with them.
Wow.
Kim and Clark, you know.
Oh, he worked hard. He was really.
I think I was 5. I remember when Uncle Jill retired.
Wow.
Wow. I do remember that. I was about 5 years old. I was starting school when he retired. I remember that.
Yeah.
Because he said, Pat, you come on out. He said, I got a couple more years ago. But Daddy came out, in 93?
93. Oh.
He worked at pipe shop.
Yeah, he worked at, Daddy worked at FMC. And he worked at Franklin Box before that.
Wow. How much your hourly wage back then?
Well, my first work was on the farm, I guess. And they paid 50 cents an hour, I think.
You hear that, Abe?
Did y'all
50
hear
cents
that?
an hour.
50 cents an hour.
50 cents an hour, then.
I worked on the farm 60 cents a day. 60 cents a day.
60 cents a day?
On the farm.
A day. 60 cents.
Hold on, what you said? You said that might have been a what? You said it might have been a day?
Might have been a day. Let's see.
And my grandmother, she lived in Georgia.
Yeah.
And we paid 60
50
cents.
cents a day.
60 cents to go on the trailway bus to go to Grandma Bell's house. 60 cents on the trailway bus
50 cents.
to go 25 miles. 60 cents. Now ain't that something?
Wow,
On the
you
trailway
look,
bus.
to go 25 miles, now you're going to pay at least
60 cents on the bus.
$60 or better.
Sure will.
In the change, like when you used to go to the market and to the grocery store, like prices are like,
Well, they're different. So
I know they're different now, but I'm just saying like back then, what was like a quart of milk or?
Well, you had your own cow.
Oh, okay. So
cow,
when we went to the store, what you
buy
got?
stuff like you do now.
Okay.
Get your milk and butter, raised sweet potatoes, and cane and syrup and all that stuff.
Oh,
You raised it.
So it really wasn't too much
to get from the store.
That you had to buy.
That you had to buy from the store.
Huh?
It wasn't really too much.
Sugar and flour, that's about a meal.
Coffee, something like that.
Yes, but I don't think you had to buy because they raised the rest stuff.
Other stuff,
Okay.
mostly raised.
Wow.
They had your cows.
I didn't think about
milk.
it. Going
Yeah, I
25
think I
miles
paid-
for 60 cents on the trailway.
And they don't even have Trailway, do they? Anymore. I don't think they have Trailway anymore.
I think Trailway went out of business, I believe.
Yeah, the Greyhound called the whole
Trailway
called
bus-
it a revelation.
Trailway bus, now over Greyhound.
The
Yeah.
Greyhound got it
Yeah.
there.
Now I want you to. It's a story that It's 2 stories that I love to hear you tell, and I want you to tell the young people. I remember you said you had Jerome, or one of your babies, and you said Spirit told you to go to Florida and run a revival, and you said you was
I didn't have no money.
Then you say you didn't have the money, so you had to pick oranges. Yeah, can you tell us about that?
I preached at night and picked 120 crates of oranges. Because some of them were grapefruit, but
Wow.
I picked them on. You run revival, preaching at night, and working in daytime.
And now, which one of your children did you say you had just had?
And last, so that's your room.
Oh, okay.
Getting there in the bed.
And actually, that was you. You went to Aunt Doll. Was it Aunt Doll?
Aunt Doll.
Oh,
Y'all-
wow.
now,
I
y'all
remember
know-
that church.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I at Doll Church. By the time I got married, somebody else had got it from them. But
Okay.
I remember when I was little, Aunt Doll and Uncle PC.
I
Remember I told you my granddaddy cousin church?
Yeah.
I guess you just can't remember Aunt Doll. I was speaking. Can you remember real good?
Mhm.
Aunt Doll, again.
Yeah, all the time.
Yes.
Amen.
Well,
Let's see, what was it? What did-
And Doll
what
was
down
Loretta's
there when
mama.
we went down
Yeah.
to Florida?
And that was
What was it?
my great granddaddy. It was their daddy's sister. And Doll was their daddy's baby sister. Yeah, that was their daddy's sister. Loretta was their first cousin, even though she seemed like my mama cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Two boys.
You talking about? She talking about Loretta boy.
Mm-hmm.
Loretta brother.
Loretta boys.
Loretta sure.
Ricky, Ricky is
Ricky.
Loretta's nephew,
Yeah.
but Ricky mama had passed away before Loretta.
Ira did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. 70 years.
I guess they're still growing oranges down there, though, ain't they? Still?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
'cause
No, my mom and daddy did, but
they-
they met in the fruit grove too.
The
Yeah.
closer she got, the tree in the back of our yard.
My dad brought him home. My daddy did it until he got injured, so he brought him home like most of my childhood. Yeah. Yeah.
So is any
Yeah.
hey, y'all? Is there any questions y'all want to ask? Cause I've been asking for y'all.
I get to be listening.
Mm.
How was it like in school back then?
How was it like? You got to speak up.
Oh, how was it like in school back then?
So how was it like in school?
I was cool. We had to walk to school. In the cold weather, we had to walk a long way, walk to school.
Now, how many years did you do? Mama said she only did 3.
Huh?
Mama said she only did 3. So how many years did you do in school?
Mama, your mom, she was the
She said she started at 8. She quit at 11.
That's what she said.
That's what she. Hey,
That's
and
what
if
she
it-
said.
If she don't remember, I can't say that because that's what she said. So did you go a long way in school, Aunt Mozell?
that was ninth grade.
Okay,
Okay.
that's good.
Abbeville, went to Abbeville, see.
So you had to walk
That's by
all the way to
Shorterville,
Abbeville.
Abbeville.
No, the buses started running then.
Okay.
But in the early age, that's when I had to walk.
Okay.
Wow.
We had to
Yeah.
walk.
So what time was y'all ever staying in the area where you had to be in the house at a certain time?
Then
Oh, like
Was-
the riots,
Like
curfews.
the with dealing with race, white and black. You had to be in the house at a certain time, or
Well, they stayed in what you consider now, if I got the history correct. Then y'all stay in the bottom, huh? Ain't that what they called y'all little community?
some of the places go in the bottom.
Yeah. So most of them that lived in that area were either they knew one another or was kinfolk.
Color.
Yeah, and they were
Oh,
mostly
okay.
colored. Now the reason why it's hard to find some of the areas that they say they lived in is because they dammed it off.
okay.
So a lot of that places like that will be there. What they would remember is got water in it.
Yeah, there's water now.
Oh, wow.
That
That's
water
right.
backed up about 20 miles, wasn't
That's a long way, wasn't it? A
it?
long
I think
way.
it backed up from there to Abbey. I mean, you know,
You
Yeah.
fall,
they had it damned up
You
back
follow-
down there.
you fall about the Fort Gain ain't it? Got dammed up with water now. Oh, that's underwater. Where we raised that's under the water
Yeah.
now.
What?
I used to,
Water
when I was going down there,
long way.
And see, you gotta think about like as I was growing up, I used to sit with mama, sit with Aunt Mozell, sit with, you know what I'm saying? I was the youngest, so a lot of times all I could do was pay attention. I couldn't talk unless I want to get slapped in the mouth.
Right.
So, Aunt Mozell, you know I ain't joking, cause mama tie you up. So I couldn't talk, so I did a lot of listening.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, that's why folks be like, well, how you know about this person and this person and this person? And how could you go about getting this person? Because I sat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mama didn't let me go too many places. And after I got older, I started going different places. But you can ask Aunt Mozell, when I was y'all age, I was up under them. If they went to visit the sick, we went to visit the sick.
Yeah.
If they went to have service or church, that's where we went. You know.
Yeah.
And when I look at y'all, I think about that because a lot of times when revivals and mama or Aunt Mozell had to go somewhere to do stuff, or they was working together doing something, all their children went with them.
Now y'all see your
Now her children, when I was coming on, her children didn't go because I was
the youngest.
just way out there. They was grown and in college then, but I had to go. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So be thankful that somebody is really thinking enough of you to instill something in you, because I used to hear even before she started past me. No, my contacts bothering me. Oh, this baby right here. You sleepy? Stop.
Mary.
And
they twins.
2 years apart.
they 2 years apart.
Oh, 2 years.
That's the one named Elizabeth.
Martha Elizabeth, yeah.
Wow. Remember that?
She got a sister named Elizabeth.
Okay.
So like folks would wonder why, how you know so much, but I didn't have nothing to do but listen.
Right.
Because if I had jumped in the conversation,
Come over here, Mary. Mary. Come over here.
But I listened to a lot of stuff. So, but I thank God for being able to listen.
You can sit right here with me.
Yeah, can you say that?
Now, as Aunt
Sit with
Mozell
me.
being the one that had the most children and staying in the South, and you know, everybody kind of migrated back and forth. Now, I've heard the story several times before, and just while they're here and talking to you, I don't understand. You may not have had what everybody else had, but I so often hear how every time when you got a telephone and they called you on the telephone, or when you wrote, it was just so much joy in your letters, and it was just so much joy in your voice. Can you tell them, like, to be honest with you, Mama moved here. My mama moved here just because every time she talked to her, she was just so happy.
Wow.
Move back to the South.
And because Mama said she would never come back to Bondi.
Wow.
She called this Egypt, she said. She said she would never come back to Egypt.
Wow.
But because of, and she can, I don't know, maybe she can explain what was going on or what, but I just know they said because of the joy they heard in her voice, this is where they came to vacation. This is where they,
Yeah, they used to come down there from the South, from the North, come down and visit us. I guess somehow they liked it down here, and that's how they got down here. By visiting us down here, they come. Sister Hicks, they become too, her daughter. Her daughter bring her up there, and they become and visit us. They liked it down here. That's the reason they hired, and that's the way they got down here. By visiting down here.
Just left and all come south. I think she liked the church too, the way we had church. She liked the church.
Cause I know Mama always talked about every time after the telephone got popular, everybody got them in their house. Said every time she talked to Aunt Mozell, just seemed like she was just so happy. You know, and it ain't. Not, I don't. And to be honest with you, if you know Aunt Mozell, it's not a put on. She's always joyful. She's always got a smile on her face. So you know, but all of them migrated away. But that one seed that stayed back and stayed behind brought those ones, you know what I'm saying? And not only brought them back, but I don't know, they talked about how many, I guess they came and visited every year. And Mama said they wouldn't go back, they would come in July and they wouldn't go back until after revival sometime.
Here it comes every year. No.
Wow. It's powerful.
She got you were 3 months old.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks old. You lived like a baby. And she told me one day, I don't believe this baby can see. I don't believe a baby can see. Found out you couldn't see. But you brought to church, prayed for you, and Lord give you your sight.
Yeah.
You blind. Like she,
My God.
Miracle.
God bless
Yeah. He really did. And it's a blessing. You got to think about, you're talking to the legacy of the Cute family. The only person we don't have here is Uncle B.
You don't know Uncle B, do you? You
Well, I heard of him.
You ain't never seen
He's in Ohio, I know
100
that.
years old.
100.
Living by himself, cooking. I call him every Saturday. I don't forget to call Uncle B because he got on me. I told him I'm going to do better. And you better, I've been doing better ever since.
Yes.
He said, you ought to shame yourself. You ain't got but one uncle. I said, I'm going to do better. You better read. I stuck to my word. I called him every Saturday.
That's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
And it's
Hey, to 100. We went last year to and all that snow was up there. Ooh. You went with it?
yes.
Wasn't a lot of snow?
Looked like it was just had a snowstorm. And when I tell you it was cold.
For his birthday party, for his...
I was so
Because
glad.
he's born, what is it, February the what? 5th?
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
Okay, Martha's February the 4th.
I was
February
glad to
5th.
see some more grass.
I know
I
what
think-
you mean.
Look, I don't know. I think that probably wore them out for it to be a turnaround trip. But I believe they was glad to get back home because that weather was not.
Wow.
That weather was no joke.
February.
Wow.
100 years old. They were getting 100 years old.
What a
Then it's the
blessing.
Lord's
And he
will.
closed in the right mind. Got a good